Hare Krishna. So you are able to see now today new face is here. He is Nishant prabhuji. He is practicing around more than around 15 years. He is director in GE Healthcare. So Prabhuji practicing from last 2010, from 2010 or 2011. From that time he has started his journey, and Prabhuji is very known that's in our ISKCON. If you have attended our Janmashtami program also, I think you know, you are very familiar with this place. Prabhuji is very, he is director in the GE, along with that, he has been leading the many, he has already led many Bhakti Riksha, he has cultivated many families, and whom he cultivated, now they are leader and they are cultivating others. So please, pray for Prabhu and listen him carefully. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Rishabh Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. Alright. Hare Krishna. So not illegal for such kind of introduction. I am also a struggler like all of us here. So till we are in this material world, we are all struggling, right? So there is nothing called perfection. Once we go back to Godhead, to Lord Krishna, that is perfect. So it's Prabhuji's magnanimity that he is introducing me that way. But fortunate to have association of all of you. And once again, I would like to welcome on the behalf of ISKCON Whitefield to ACS to yet another session of Bhakti Gita course. Now, before I start, yes, I have a hard stop at 7 o'clock because Prasadam is also waiting for all of you. So we'll go with that particular pace. Now, yes. So important announcement for children, we have a session upstairs. Matajis are taking, so please you can take your children upstairs so that they can do creative transcendental investment while we are focusing on philosophy and with nice examples. Hare Krishna. So obviously all of you had 2 sessions already, I think, right? 2 sessions of Gita. Okay, good. So first and foremost, all of you are very fortunate. You are selected souls among 20,000 plus footprint in Janmashtami who have joined Gita course, right? So it's very, very, I would say in Hindi we call it Meel Ka Patthar, in English we call it milestone. It's a huge milestone for all of you. You should give pat on your back for why you are here and how Lord Krishna has selected you to be here. You should not be remorselessing, thinking, oh, mujhe Bhagavad Gita ka pata nahi hai, I don't know, I'm too late, I'm in 30s, 40s, 20s and all, but all of you are fortunate. Among lakhs of souls, you are filtered and you are here, right? We went and distributed pamphlet to everybody. But why you are here and why others are not here is a good question. So, so let's one time loudly chant Hari Bol for all of you together. Say Hari Bol. Hari Bol. Wonderful. Thank you. So with that, we'll start with the Gita course. Now, before we start, the way we go about these sessions is that without Lord's blessings, without Acharya's blessing, I cannot speak, right? It's very hard on myself to speak. जैसे बोलते हैं ना when you do some pious thing, you have प्रभु का आशीर्वाद लो, right? We do that. So similarly, when you are sitting on this Vyasasana and speaking, it's a very, very pious place, right? And we have so much impurity. So on our own, we cannot speak. Humbly, I have to say this, with the blessing of Srila Prabhupada, Gandhavita Girdhari, Lord Krishna, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, only can speak. So for that we recite one mantra. Alright, so you need not recite, it's for me, so that I have maintained my sanctity while I am speaking, and it's a commitment by Srila Prabhupada that all of us have to preach, not sit at home and talk Bhagavad Gita. So that all more and more souls can join Krishna consciousness, right? So we'll start with that. ओम अज्ञानतिमिरन्दस्य ज्ञानञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूप कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरु श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरुन् वैष्णवंश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातां सहगणा रघुनाथं वितं तं सजीवं साधुतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपदां सहगणा ललिता श्रीविशाखावितांश्च हे कृष्णा करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगतपते गोपेशा गोपिका कांता राधा कांता नमस्तुते तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी विष्णुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यश्च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna. So, today the topic of the session is tips to overcome suffering. There are so many rings we have in our hand, but who is one person who has not got through a word called suffering? Raise hand. Oh. Democracy stands, right? So looks like there is a common relationship here, right? All of us have suffered in our life. Very interesting. Some of you must be rich, some of you must be in the middle, some must be poor. Everybody is suffering. Money is not allowing not to suffer. No, money is not buying happiness. So-called money, especially in Bangalore, we have so much money, so much apartment, bungalow, cars, and whatnot. The most envied city in the world because here IT folks are growing heavily and other department folks are suffering, right? Competition is same, by the way. Exam question papers maybe are tougher in medical, but I see IT folks are earning more these days. Still suffering, yeah. So tips to overcome suffering, right? Very, very important topic for the day. And in this day and age of Kali Yuga, definitely there is an opportunity to overcome suffering, and we will go through that. So you will be able to read this. All of you have done that before. We can try. So let's take blessing of Srila Prabhupada by speaking together. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Iti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। All right, so we'll skip some more mantras here. We have already done. So we'll move on to. So, as we said, what we are speaking today. In this age of Kali Yuga, we cannot speak without the blessing of Srila Prabhupada, Acharya. In office, you need mentors and coaches, isn't it? To guide yourself. In colleges, you need teachers, tutors. In house, children needs parents. In spiritual life, don't you need a guide? It's much more complicated matter than material matter. So we need pure souls, Acharya, with whom we associate and then we can get elevated. अपने बस की बात नहीं है. On our own we are nothing. It's like जैसे होता है ना, in हिंदी इसे खरबूजे को देके खरबूजा का रंग बदला, right? Diamond cuts diamond. Similarly, with the touch of pure souls only, we can also elevate ourselves. So we have to be humbly saying that with their mercy only we are what we are today. Else we are nothing. We are zero. So उनका आशीर्वाद देना बहुत जरूरी है. हरे कृष्णा. So as you all know that we have already completed 2 sessions, Secrets of Happiness and Keys to Success, right? We have done that, good. So today we are going to talk about tips to overcome suffering, and then more will come. So as we say, more and more layers you open up, more nectar you will find. So the statutory warning is none of you should miss any of the session unless certainly you have health issues. That's also an excuse. Right? It's very, very important that you put the mall sessions aside, cinema sessions aside, right? work from home session aside and keep this particular evening only for Gita course. Right? This is because all of the souls who are serving here and standing here have gone through Gita course. Yesterday they were sitting there and listening. Today they are serving. And that's the magic. Right? So please make sure that you. Maya will tell that don't go 9 sessions, 8 sessions, and एक नहीं करेंगे तो क्या हो जाएगा? That's okay, right? Lot of things Maya will say, but you have to keep telling yourself, no, I have to come back. If you still feel confused, then call the devotees, they will encourage you, motivate you to come, right? But please do attend all the Sunday sessions, very important. Alright, so agenda wise, today we will go through a few topics. First of all, for suffering, we need to know root cause. All of us know that we are suffering. So what is the root cause because of which we are suffering? Root cause could be attachment, we will elaborate more on that. Comparison, right? This compare business is there among us, could be another root cause. Doing wrong acts could be another root cause. So combination of these leads to suffering, right? How many of you are not comfortable with Hindi? Raise hand. Hindi. 1, 2, okay, 3. Yeah, please. Okay, good. So I'll make sure that, because in between I have a habit of speaking Hindi words, right? So I'll make sure that I speak that constantly in English. Thank you, prabhuji. Alright, good. So as we said, what are the cause of suffering? Very easy question. Let me ask you, what are the cause of suffering? What do you think? Attachment? Okay. Prabhuji? This is? Brain.
Yeah, we try to find out the problem.
Overthinking. Very good.
Expectations.
Very nice. Very good. Middle.
And comparison.
Hannah? Yes. Very nice. So we are heading in the right direction in next 1 hour. And we will smartly see that giving various examples that what actually is convoluting to all this and how we can get out of it. Right? Very important. Good. Imagine if you have no suffering, how your life will be, isn't it? Can't even think. It's very interesting. Alright. So as all of you said, causes of suffering is attachment to temporary things. Now anything which is temporary in nature, if you lose it, you feel pain. If anything which is permanent in nature, then you won't feel that pain, right? Because hamesha it's with you. Right? So problem is temporary things could lead attachment to see attachment is not a problem. Attachment to temporary thing is a problem. We cannot say that Prabhuji, I will completely get detached. Our senses, our nature is such that we can never get detached. Have you ever seen sitting idle and getting detached from everything? When you say I am detached, that is also a sort of attachment. That I am detached. Deep, but understanding, right? So our human inert nature is that we have to be attached to something. We cannot be detached. But our problem is we are attached to temporary things. So when it's temporary in nature, when we lose it, that's where the pain comes. That is one area. What is the other one? Attitude of comparison. Wish we were self-satisfied inward. But what happens? Prabhuji in office, I got 9% high, but the other got 12% high. That person got promotion, I didn't get promotion. I don't know, but bank balance is okay. Roti to aa raha hai. Still we are cribbing. And there are some beautiful examples which will actually tell you that how we self-destruct ourselves in the name of comparison. Committing wrong acts. In today's day and age, the standard question when we come to Krishna consciousness is why so much pain in this world? We have seen crime cases increasing rapidly. Or maybe it's increasing, or maybe through media we know it more now. We don't know. But why wrong thing happen to good people? Right? All these questions are there. Why politicians don't suffer? They have all this white dress and they live long also. Good people go away from this world very fast. Why? But we also want to do bad thing, but we can't do all things. Why we can't do bad thing? Even we know that all the bad people are enjoying life. Ravana, Hiranyakashipu, Hiranyaksh, right? All of them lived in palace. Ramji, Lakshmanji, Pandavas. Did they live in palace forever? They suffered. Right? What you will choose? Palace or suffering? You like Pandav, You like Sri Ram. You don't like Duryodhan. But Duryodhan stayed in palace throughout, like all apartments we stay, right? Palatial apartments. But we still like them. Why? So body level we are looking for material attachment, but inward we like, our liking is towards the goodness, piety. Conflicting, isn't it? Kar kuch raha hai, wo kuch raha hai. We'll see. Alright, so let's double click on attachment. Gant, not, we call it, right? Attachment to what? Okay, this is a very nice example. So, everybody has money? Everybody has money? Without money, what we can do? Money has to be there. So, I'll give you two examples of money. There is one friend, prabhuji, your good name?
Ankit.
Ankit prabhuji. One of your friends, you are
Vishal.
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 Vishal Prabhuji from Bengal. I know that. See how it is. So Vishal Prabhuji is talking to Ankit Prabhuji and he is going somewhere far. He has 1 crore rupees. So Vishal Prabhuji loves Ankit Prabhuji, good friends. Said, yeah, I have this cash. I know monetization thing is coming. Can you keep it with you? And Ankit Prabhuji, like good friend, said that okay, fine, no problem, I'll keep. He kept. And when Vishal Prabhuji came back after 2 months, he asked for that money. Ankit Prabhu, good committed friend, returned that money. Did you feel bad? You didn't feel bad. Let me give another example. Fine. His money you return. You are a good man, honest man. Another example could be that Ankit Prabhu went for lottery, gambling, and he won 1 crore rupees. Right? And he got 1 crore rupees. And then somebody stole from his house. You will feel bad? Attachment. So, this beautiful example actually tells you that when the lottery is something related to body, right? When you are attached to a body and when something gets hurt on the body, then you feel pain. The friend's money is something related to soul, right? So when you are attached to soul, not to body, then you still don't feel pain. Money aaya chala gaya, you didn't feel the pain, right? So it's about how you associate yourself with temporary thing and permanent thing. Body, Prabhuji Mataji, is temporary in nature. Tell me which body has been permanent in your life? Any example? So many crores and crores of people have lived. Any body which has been permanent? Hitler must be there, Alexander must be there, big guys. Anybody is permanent? Parents? Grandparents? Nobody is permanent? Kuch lab pe laga ke kuch to museum, nothing. It gets rot at one day, right? I have seen in Egypt people keeping the body in these pyramids forever, but that also gets rot after a while. Temporary in nature. And what we are doing? We are attached to this body. Mera wala cream, right? My hair is falling, my health is not good. I need to look very young even though I am in 50s and 60s. Polish karte raho his body. Karte raho. And then what happens? This body? Temporary in nature. Body is temporary in nature. Attachment to temporary things. We said in the beginning. And this body is? Pain आएगा कि नहीं आएगा? नहीं, लेकिन जब सेशन हो जाएगा ना, बाहर जाके फिर बॉडी से अटैच हो जाना. Why? Because that is old habit dies hard. Millions and millions of birth of conditioning, Prabhuji Mataji. Okay, ऐसे नहीं जाना. Even if you want it, you cannot get rid of it. You need what? You need blessing of. Alone this kid can live life. Even he has good thoughts. He needs blessing of parents. All of us need somebody's blessing. Till now it's okay? All on same page? Okay, let's keep moving. Alright. So, question is attachment wrong? Attachment is before session when you had come, you must have thought, attachment. No, we should get detached to everything. Right? Ek naak ki bindu. Focus on this pointed nose or that some hollow thing. Oh, that is like detached from the world. But now you are thinking attachment is not wrong. Only, how many of you are engineers? Raise hand. Oh, sorry. Engineers, right? Logic. My logic mangta hai. I need logic before. Without logic, I won't understand logic. So, one funda you got that if it's temporary, you will suffer. If it's permanent, you will not suffer. Right? That is important. So let's see. So what it says, as you rightly said, answer is no. But the attachment to temporary things is, as we said, cause of suffering. Let's move forward. Now, lessons from Bhagavad Gita. Now, by the way, all these are logics which is based on what Krishna has spoken, not my own convoluted fundas which you hear in YouTube videos through motivated speakers. आज दिखाना है, कर लो दुनिया मुट्ठी में, yes. And then for 2 minutes you feel very exhilarated. You feel like yes, yes, and next day when you wake up, what happens? Ding. Why? They were eloquent speakers, but Gita ka base, that is the catch. Hence, so many memes you see, so many YouTube videos you see, so many shorts you see. Why you still feel so sad the next day? So much information is there, but there is no transformation. Right? There is like a galaxy of information out there. You search for one thing, you will get obtain, thanks to AI model also these days. But no transformation. That is the catch. Alright. So Arjuna's first argument was, how can I punish my own family members? Attachment. I have Bhishma in front of me, I have Dronacharya in front of me, I have Kripacharya in front of me, I have all my cousins in front of me, I have all my brothers in front of me, I have all the wives of them who are waiting. If I kill them also, then what is the use of happiness? On the dead body, even if I stand and see Hastinapur, what is the use? What is the use, Prabhuji? Right? Attachment. Arjuna is attached. He is thinking Bhishma is permanent body, Dronacharya is permanent body. Attachment. A person of stature of Arjuna can also feel attachment. Who are we? Arjuna is a pure devotee. Right? Now, Krishna's instruction starts with how to deal with this attachment in Bhagavad Gita. As you see the pic of Arjuna and Krishna, so Krishna is saying that, okay, fine, what is attachment all about? Krishna explained to Arjuna what is temporary nature, which we are highlighting, and acting on the platform of permanence. What is the definition of permanence where you will get happiness? That is the catch. Eager to hear? Then you have to sit and make sure that you are not yawning. I hope you didn't have heavy rice, food and all in the afternoon. You have to be well prepared for hearing Gita course also. Otherwise it will look like a Chanda Mama Dur ke. It's like a lori you will hear. Hare Krishna. So this brings us to interesting subject of body and soul, Prabhuji Mataji. Right? Very, very interesting. Something we know, but something we don't want to talk. Something we know, but something our education system doesn't touch. Something we know, but our entire society has been built in such a way, the business model, the way the people are selling things, it's purely all bodily oriented. Nothing is for soul. Agree or disagree? When you go out of this Bhakti center, when you see 100 restaurants out there, it's all for tongue titillation. Burger, pizza, momos. And क्या होता है? Pakode. Like ACS is like flooded with, I don't know, once upon like 20 years back it was not this way. It was nice, serene, retirees place. Now today you see, one step I can't take anywhere. One step I take, कुछ food आ जाएगा नीचे. Something is always there in ACS layout. Hare Krishna. Alright, so let's associate with shloka, which is very important. What I am saying, we have to validate with what Krishna has spoken in Bhagavad Gita. Else, my statements also here hollow. So, let's speak after me. The shloka. Dehinosmin yatha dehe kaumaram yavanam jara tatha dehantara praptir dheras tatra na muhyati. One of you can read, Prabhuji.
As the embodied soul continuously passes in this body, from boyhood to youth to old age, the soul similarly passes into another body at death. A sober person is not bewildered by such a change.
Thank you, Ankit Prabhu. Krishna is saying body, soul. Krishna is direct saying, there is no convoluted statement here. Now you buy the argument? Right from Shlok, Gita chapter number 2, Shloka number 13, Krishna is calling out what? The embodied soul continuously passes from one body to another body. So when it passes, then we should not get bewildered about this pain, because the soul continuously passes based on our karma. Right? What we commit today. Otherwise, my son was yesterday asking one question that I mean, why can't we enjoy everything in this life only? Why we have to suffer? One of the reasons for suffering also, Prabhuji Mataji, is something we call karma bomb. You know? If any deeds you have done, wrong deeds in your previous birth, rather suffer in this birth and clean your slate. All the karma bomb, let it explode now, so that you are ready for next birth. One subtlety is people whom you see enjoying the most even after earning so much black money, killing people around, murdering people around, raping people around. You have seen they go scot-free. Cases stay in Supreme Court forever. There are a lot of examples out here. I don't want to disclose, but it's a sad story. Still, some crimes come in news. There are 90% crimes which doesn't come in news also. Imagine about that. Those people go scot-free. Are they caught somewhere or not? Kuch to hoga. Some adalat, some court might be there. Else all of us should become like that. Then because it's chill life, let's do crime. Why you have to be in mode of goodness? Right? In spite of that, why pious people are there in this world? The point is karma bomb. Lord is so merciful, He allows. कर लो अपनी मनमानी. नरक का द्वार खुला हुआ है. You know that Andukupam, hot oil, where between death and going to somewhere, the soul is put into that Andukupam with subtle body, that you will hear. A lot of torture happens for years and years. That is not, we are not aware in this birth, but certainly punishments are there. And in 5th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, last chapter, different kind of punishments are nicely explained. If you ditch your wife, what punishment? If you scold people, what punishment? Right? If you are having bad habits, illicit relationship, gambling, intoxication, what punishment? Nothing goes scot-free, Prabhuji Mataji. Hence, we have to be very, very careful how we lead this human form of life. Hare Krishna. So, Krishna is saying that because soul passes from boyhood to youth to old age, why you have to be bewildered? Don't be bewildered. It's a fact of life. So, don't get so worried, oh, my body is getting old, I am going down. Because it's nature. That's how the flow is. Look at this. Who is this person? Guess. Amazing. Who said? Both sides? Who? Oh, I didn't realize. I thought kids are supposed to be upstairs. Kids. Child is the father of man. Yeah, very nice. Mahatma Gandhi. Who said here? Yes, Mahatma Gandhi. Amazing. I would have never thought if I was sitting there also. So if you look at Mahatma Gandhi, look at him. Youth with moustache, little grey hair, and there you go. Right? And after that, he said, Hey Ram, Hey Ram, Hey Ram. He died away. The body keeps changing. Should we be bewildered now? Because we know that this is not permanent. The soul is going to cross from this body to another body. For example, when somebody dies, what we say? I am a Hindi bhashi, so I will say, what he says? Chala gaya. Kahan chala gaya? Body is here only. Nose, 2 eyes, ears, tongue, everything is here. कौन चला गया? अच्छा, पूरे जिंदगी तो बॉडी के लिए खाद छान रहे थे, अब सोल चला गया. वो इस दुनिया में कौन नहीं रहे? बॉडी तो यही है. Body is here only. Who is not there? But engineers, what happened to science now? Right? वो मौत के घाट उतर गए. उनका स्वर्ग वास हो गया. स्वर्गवास. We declared also he is going to heaven, as if it's our mode of goodness that we are telling, but really they are going to heaven? Chitragupts are there? They are not going to heaven. We can't say that. But In our mouth it is there that वो चले गए, वो इस दुनिया में नहीं रहे, वो कहीं तो हैं, and still we do not want to understand about soul. Tell me which college in the world, Matajis, are there which has department about soul? Right now you said soul chala gaya. IITians, NITians, medical professions, no study on soul. Isn't that sad state of affair? Everybody wants to do art of living. Everybody wants to do art of living. I don't know my next breath I will live or not. Esophagus, food pipe, lungs, kidney, gallbladder, pancreas, lower intestine, big intestine. कब switch off होगा, कुछ control है body में? But we think we are going to live forever. मैं नहीं, prabhuji, I am doing yoga every day. I am running every day. By the way, it's a brain hemorrhage. Anything can happen anytime. No control. But still we are so lusty, so attracted to this body. My body, your body, this body has to be there. I want to get promoted. I want to earn so much money and keep in the bank so that next birth I am going to use it. Can we use it next birth? Oh. What happened to science? Can't we use next birth? Then why we are so much behind money, Prabhuji? Why we are so... Of course we should earn that much in which we live our life, but why so much of greed? There is a difference between a need and a greed. We are greedy or we are needy is a catch. Right? This human form of life. How many of you are software engineers? Raise hand. Fantastic. We have versions of software, right? Previous version से next version थोड़ा better है. Some features are added. Tell me, before this human form of version, which version is there? Which is closest to human form? Chimpanzees, very good. Orangutan, lemurs, baboons, monkeys, gorillas. Can they chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra? Who in this planet can chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra? Aren't you fortunate? In 84 lakh species, you are able to chant Lord's name. Aren't you fortunate? And what we are doing with this body? Like animals, eating, sleeping, mating, defending in sophisticated way in concrete jungle. Dogs do on street, we do in apartments. Territorial defense thing is there with us, right? Mera apartment, mera jaidad, tera jaidad. Kids are killing parents, parents are being thrown away from the apartments. Isn't it? Is this what human form of body is meant for? Is there more to it, Prabhuji Mataji, than eating, sleeping, mating, defending in complicated way or sophisticated way? Is there more purpose than what we are doing today? Yes, we have bit of good heart, we do charity, some beggars come near the car, we open and they give some money and we think we did a good job. What we did, while it's nice, but we still serve the body which is temporary in nature. You know that beggar is going to use that money for what? God knows. Have you solved that beggar's life? But we satisfied our ego. अपने से ज़्यादा किसी के लिए कुछ किया मैंने. अरे crocodile also takes care of its kids. You know, crocodile has big teeth and small teeth behind. Big teeth for pouncing on its prey and small teeth for picking its babies. Right? Softly it picks up. Cat also softly it picks up. We also nicely take care of kid. What is the difference? Has to be some difference. Right? Food of thought. Let's go further. Up the on same page with me? All of you? Huh? Right now same page? When you go out, just have burger in the restaurant and give satisfaction to the body. Food of thought. When you have burger, think. This body is also a temple given by Lord Krishna. How to maintain this body is important. Right? We cannot destroy or self-destruct this body in the name of sense gratification. You have to think. प्रभुजी इतना मेहनत की, इतना पढ़ाई लिखाई करके आप बोलते ये भी मत खाओ, वो भी मत खाओ, मतलब what is this Prabhuji? That is life all about. But just now we had Gita session. That Prabhuji is simply session ना. कल किसने देखा आज enjoy कर लेते हैं. When you go to Samshan, how many of you have seen dead body in your life? Raise hand. How many have seen your own relatives' dead body? Raise hand. When you have many of you, by the way. Okay, that's why you are here, I guess. Also, yeah. When you have seen your relative's dead body, at that moment, vairagya comes. You feel hollow inside. That feeling comes. That's called Shamshan Vairagya. That feeling of 10-15 minutes to 1 day, 2 day only. And then back to, right, that soul thing went away. Now body portion फिर चालू करना है. So that is also temporary. We have it in us to think that why this person went away, but we don't go further to that, right? We just stop there and get back to our ostrich mindset, put our head inside the sand and think, oh, hunters are not going to come and kill me. I'm all right. I'm safe. But none of us are safe, right? None of us are safe. So let's go a little technical, Prabhuji Mataji, because we are engineers, right? If in village we had to talk about Gita course, simply they would have understood. Simple heart. Here, no. Logics. Then only I will buy the argument. Then only I will start thinking of Krishna as well. It's all like ritual, Prabhuji. Why should I think? Hence, logics are given here. Gross body. This body, all of us know, is made of earth, water, fire, air, ether. How? Krishna has told in Bhagavad Gita, that we'll see in shloka. Right? Because जब body जलाते हैं तो सब मिट्टी में मिल जाता है. Nothing remains. So, for example, air is there in the stomach also, which is used in digestion. Fire is there, which is used for digestion. We know water, 70% body is water only. Earth also part is there. Ether is there, which is called space. That is also there, because of which our Jathagni is in control. And there is something called subtle body, which is mind, intelligence and ego. Mind, we know. Intelligence is on top of mind. We will see how the flow is. And ego and false ego. Ego is means who am I, right? And false ego is I am the body. So there is a ego, there is a false ego. With me till now? Okay. So if you see, in the center there is soul, which is superior energy. Then you have subtle body, which is in middle. And then you have gross body, which is material energy. Gross body is something which we can perceive, we can touch. Subtle body we cannot touch, we can feel. Soul though, it's layered between so much that it will take, unless we are in bhakti, we cannot feel the soul. Hare Krishna. So this is very nice standard example which we use in Bhagavad Gita, Prabhuji Mataji. If you see here, we have something called these 5 horses are there, which is called senses, right? Which is, right, tongue, nose, ears, eyes. These are senses. And these senses are controlled by mind, right? Now, mind can be tricky. There is something called monkey mind. Have you seen monkeys? Can they sit in one place for 5 minutes? Jump from here to there, here to there. Can they? And head is keep constantly moving. Even I have seen pigeons also. Right? I've never seen their head constantly. I don't know. If I do that, I'll get brain hemorrhage only. But they keep doing like this. Sometimes animals are so powerful than us in their own areas. Right? Now this mind is a monkey mind. This mind can destroy the world through nuclear bomb. This mind can make the world through wonderful bridges, apartments and all. Mind is a monkey mind. You need somebody to control mind also. Else this mind can be a very good friend or it can be the worst enemy of all kind. Who can control the mind? That is intelligence. Right? So that's called buddhi, intelligence. That's why we say high intellect person. That is more material. And then who is sitting on this chariot is Atma, that is soul. So how the soul is carried all depends on these energies. Right? Is important. Now we will go further. This is a very nice example, Prabhuji Mataji. This person is actually falling down. Somebody is giving the helping hand, but ego is such a big one that he is not going to leave his ego and raise his hand to take help. Right? Because we are in this false ego that I can do myself only, I don't need help from people. So this is what actually this diagram shows. Let's go further. So let's associate with shloka. Let's repeat after me. Ishvara sarva bhutanam nityeshe arjuratistati pramyam sarva bhutani Yantra Rudhani Mayaya. Mataji said somebody can read. Yes, Mataji.
The Supreme Lord is situated in everyone's heart, O Arjuna, and is directing the vanity of all living entities, who are seated as on a machine made of material energy.
Yes. So every word in Bhagavad Gita shloka can be a one-day session. Such a depth is there. But today we'll focus on some bold letters which is highlighted here. That is, we are seated on a machine made of material energy. The driver of the car is soul, and the car is reflecting the body. Right. So here also Krishna is saying yantra. We have a machine called body. Right. And so we should not be attached to that body. Krishna is clearly calling out through Bhagavad Gita. So if you see a lot of signs which we hear, Prabhuji Mataji, Krishna spoke 5,500 years back like this. Let's go further. So, body is destructible. As we know that soul can transmigrate from one body to other body means, like clothes we change, we can change body also. And we talked about yantra, the vehicle also. Clear? Body is temporary in nature. So we should be attached to body or not? No, right? We should be attached to soul. इतना तक तो clear है? अब आगे बढ़े? Start? Let's move further. But what happens now, Prabhuji Mataji, that if you tell your kid to do homework, if he's a padaku child, it's okay. But he is interested in other games and all, you said one time. What's his name? Riyan. So Riyan, homework करो. अभी तो क्या ना मुझे. Riyan. क्या मैं पहले मोबाइल दो, पहले मेरे को वीडियो गेम खेलना है. रियान होमवर्क करोगी नहीं तो बाद में खाना नहीं दूंगी. ठीक है करता हूँ. चॉकलेट पहले दो फिर खाऊं फिर होमवर्क करूंगा. 1 time, 2 time, 3 time, 4 time, 5 time, 6 time Riyan does, right? See, in here also in Gita courses there are smart examples given. 1 time little feed, 2 time another example, another 3, 4, 5 till it gets into your conscious level that body is body, soul is soul, body is temporary, soul is permanent. Else we will be at a superficial level, we will go away and tomorrow somebody will come and say body is permanent and soul is temporary and you will get noised. There are a lot of gurus out there, Pakhandi gurus without naming. They are like so-called godmen. मैं जहाँ से खड़ा होता हूँ लाइन वहीं से शुरू होती है नहीं. Remember those old dialogues? That's how it is with them. They have no parampara, no connection to Krishna. They are all, and after they left their body, the institution has fallen. Srila Prabhupada, when he left this material world, what was the year, 1977. And today is 2024 and more souls have joined. How? He was Acharya, Jagat Guru. Why all of us have joined? Because he never kept himself in center. It was always Krishna in center. You will go to temple, his picture will never be like with Krishna big statue and all. Right? His photo will be opposite side, watching Krishna and doing Danvat, like praying to Krishna. So whoever takes the position of God, downfall is nishchit. Whoever is serving God, we get elevated. Because Krishna loves that. Hare Krishna. So this beautiful example, as I was saying, there was one Mataji. She had a golden cage, right, with parrot inside. But she was so fascinated by golden cage that every day she used to come and polish the golden cage, right? Polish golden cage. But she forgot to feed parrot. And one day what happened? Parrot. And then, like we typically do, she started blaming God. What is this? I did so much of hard work, still you took the parrot away. But the point was, the cage, not the parrot. So the moral of the story is what, Prabhuji Mataji? That we should not be serving the body, we should be serving the soul. Right? We should be nourishing the soul, rather I would say. So we are wrong in thinking that only the body which needs care and nourishment. Body needs care and nourishment, but for the soul, not independently. So that is another example. Soul's need must not be neglected. Clear? And here, little kunji, the key is given. Can a Google name satisfy soul? Amazon? Facebook? Meta? No? Alright? That's the big companies. What can satisfy soul? First of all of you believe in soul or not? Raise hand.
Yes.
If you don't, then you are going against Bhagavad Gita shloka, which Krishna has spoken. And then you are, then obviously great done, but you have some other logic. So, soul's nourishment is needed or not? Needed, right? So Krishna is also saying what? That when you take Krishna's name, nourishment will happen. We'll talk more about it. Interesting topic. Reincarnation. Do you believe in it? You know, body, youth, getting old, getting destroyed, again getting the new body, and chakra continues. Another thought is like we have to continue this chakra forever, or is there a somewhere of getting out of this cycle of birth and death? That's interesting thought. We'll keep it for later. So the point is, Prabhuji Mataji, how do we communicate the death of a person? Right? That we have discussed. How do we call a person after he is dead? That also we have discussed. Now let me give you a real life example. This is a real life example. There is a person called Professor Deep Kapadia. Alright. Now, he was 33-year-old security officer in Rajasthan, somewhere in Udaipur side. There was a small child in Mumbai, and he was like 3-year-old. What's his age?
5.
2 years lesser than him. And imagine him. Everybody can see him? Can stand better? Riyansh, just stand. Khada ho jao. Good boy. Very nice. See. Little smaller than him. Sit. Thank you. One day, both the parents were sitting, and which language he speaks, Prabhu?
English.
English and Hindi. Suddenly he started speaking Marwari language. And Mataji was shocked. कुछ problem हो गया मेरे बच्चे को. And he was fluently speaking Marwari language. 3-year-old kid. No, and nowhere that family is connected. Which is in Rajasthan, right? And then they called doctors, psychologists and all, couldn't connect. And then somehow they got to know about some professor who had to do with reincarnation. Then they had one-on-one with the child, and child said that my house is in Rajasthan in this place. Then parents were totally like exhausted because they didn't know that what is happening. Then the professor said that let's go there. So took the child on the train. The moment platform was coming, that place was coming, that child said that yes, iske baad wo jagah aane wala hai. You still can know today without mobile which station is coming next when you travel on train, no, right? That child could recognize that. The moment platform came, he was leading from the front. Remember, he was thinking, I am 33-year-old Mr. Deep Kapadia. So he got down from train and there was a tum-tum out there, and he went to a tum-tum guy and called by his name, Kaise ho? In Marwari. That person was like, who is this kid? Right? And then they started following him, and he was leading to his old house, his birth house. So went to that house and knocked the door. Mr. Deep Kapadia's father opened. When father opened, he actually went and hugged. Hug means only till knee level only it came. And he called his name and he was like, who? And then further, they asked him that he remembers something in this house. He said yes. He went upstairs, there was a portrait. Because he was a security person, behind portrait pistol was kept. He removed the portrait and said that I had kept a pistol here. Right, from museum he used to guard it. And there was also a particular lantern which nobody could switch on. He was the only one and he showed how to do that. Right? And this all happened in front of parents' eyes. No, ये short circuit कैसे हो गया? Child had got AI model in his brain. Lot of data was fed. Okay, then question was asked that Marwari data came out. Correct? No, huh? You know, after 10 years, this is how it will be explained for that also. And you say, yeah, AI model, correct. Because we will be so AI prone, I would say. That is another discussion for another day. Hare Krishna. So Prabhuji Mataji, the point is that the soul is there. Not only this, you have seen the bullet got hit, mark there in child's thing, and again so many stories you will see in YouTube. But we like ostrich don't want to believe it, right? We think only body, no soul, no soul. But there are examples out there. Of course, for certain selfish reasons, in this area, in this planet Earth also we don't propagate, right? That's a sad state of affair. Somebody was asking, when Prabhupada went to US, how come these Americans became disciples? They used to mate, sleep, intoxicate, gamble, do all kind of dirty stuff. How come they became so pious, and for 40, 50 years, even after Prabhupada passing away, they are like right there. And we Indians are thinking we should go to West and live there, which is a very interesting thought process. You know how that happened? Actually, they obviously, Prabhupada, because of his association, they changed. That is obvious. But also the fact remained that Prabhupada proved to us that the soul has nothing to do with the body. Whether you are white, whether you are black, whether you are any color or any caste, creed. Bhagavad Gita is a science. It has not to do with Hindu sect or Muslim sect or Christian sect. Those Americans were asking who is God, what God looks like, what he likes to eat, what he likes to wear. But we went to other granthas, they couldn't find anything. They found only messenger of God. This person is messenger of God, that person is messenger, which is okay, right? Respectful. Only in Bhagavad Gita, in Srimad Bhagavatam, they came to know the answer that who is God, what is the name of God, what God eats, what God looks like, whom he wants to associate with, what is his hobbies, what is his childhood like, what is his youth like. Only Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam could explain that, Prabhuji Mataji. Did you think like that before? See, in taking birth in India, we are first of all taking birth in human form. We are very fortunate, all of us have discussed today. Taking birth in India, we are very, 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 very fortunate. Tell me the most pious temples in the world where you will find. India. The most pious rivers where you will find. India. The most pious acharyas where you will find. How you go to West, Prabhuji? Right. And there we are like, behave like Swatila Vyavahar, third party and all. Any apartheid and all that is continuing, racism is continuing. The leadership is also going down, right? The developed countries also, you see, leaders are like jokers only, without naming. So where we are heading to? Right? We are fortunate that we are born in India, and every sect is well respected. If you see any other countries, there is a partiality to certain sect, isn't it? Only India is the country where Sohardpurn Vatavaran is there, Vasudeva Kutumbakam is there, Pandit Samadarshana we call it, everybody is looked equal, even though one sect is in majority. Tell me, even around India, if you look at Afghanistan, Pakistan, Bangladesh, Burma, even Nepal was one example, but that is also tricky, Sri Lanka. Anywhere you see this example, hence India is so pious. Our nature is not to go and do akraman out there. Have we done that historically? Everybody has come and attacked us. We have defended ourselves. Why? Because our nature is not. Because we know exactly the difference between body and soul. We are so self-satisfied before Britishers and Mughals came and attacked us. Our Vedic literature was so pious, so rich. In one gaon, we had like 50, 60 gurus. And they were not running behind money like today's brahmanas. Right? Such was the richness we had. Everything got. But thanks to Srila Prabhupada, there is a hope. There is a hope to kindle it back. Right? Hence I constantly take the name of Acharya. You can ask Prabhuji, why not we take the name of Krishna more? Why Acharya? Because Krishna is more happy when you take name of his devotees than him. That is the catch. Hence you should serve more of devotees than Krishna actually, as written. Then only your life's purpose will be served. Krishna को देख के सब भीड़ में आगे बढ़े मेरा Krishna मुझे देख I'm there will Krishna like you pushing somebody away and standing in front because I want to take first darshan of Krishna. That is again humility. The mood of humility should be there. All right. The next root cause is attitude, that is attitude of comparison. Let's go deep here. Another story. So one person was a great ardent devotee of Kali. तो इतना तपस्या किए that Kali ji said that okay fine, what you want. He mentioned that Kali ji got very happy. She said okay, whatever you want you will get it. Then that itself made him so elated that he couldn't hear the conditions what she spoke. The conditions he spoke was that whatever you get, right, the other person will get double around you, neighborhood. He didn't hear that. So he went with that wish, that boon, and he bought a car. The neighborhood guy took 2 cars. He bought a house with 1 talla. Story. The neighborhood guy got 2 stories. Okay. And he saw this, started comparing. I'm like, I am getting one, and my dad was getting richer, but he was not happy. Why? Because the other person was getting more richer. Then he got so angry that he went in front of mirror and thought, okay, he was also engineer, so he thought technically what I should do. He took his one eye and plucked it out. Of course, neighborhood, 2 eyes got controlled. But he was very happy. Yes, I did it. Right. Such is the thought process of comparison. It's a toxic thing. Now look at this very beautiful picture. If I see what this picture says. The guy on wheelchair is saying that guy is walking here. Gosh, mere paas bhi pair hote. Of course you will feel bad. Yeah, right? Now the guy who's walking, he's thinking, other guys on bicycle here. If I had a bicycle, no, I wouldn't have been walking. Now come on. The bicycle guy is thinking, Macha, I wish I had a car and my girlfriend would have been there, things would have been better in this bicycle, who will sit with me, right? The car guy is thinking, I have this car with this cracked windshield here. I wish I had little yo car with me, little contemporary. If I'm better, at least I have to tell my relatives that I have done something in my life. The other guy thought, my car is so small, yeah. I want a SUV kind of a vehicle, That will be fun. What is the use of not spending money? And then, the SUV guy is thinking again, it's a big one. Right? Or I don't know, McLaurin or what you call it. So, the point is, McLaurin guy is thinking, how long I'll be traveling on road. I wish I had a helicopter and this traffic of Bangalore, come on, chat. Look, I would have reached my office like helipad, taxi, I would have landed there. And so the point is, probably Mataji, don't you have this kind of feeling sometimes? Where we started? Let me remind you one thing, let me take time also. Where we started? All of us parents were middle class, right or wrong? They had that STD call, remember? When the call used to happen, one son was standing or daughter was standing like, record how many minutes of STD call is going on. 2 minutes, not talking the diary. 2 into this much into, okay, 100 rupees. Oh my God. I told you to finish in this 1 minute time. Extra charge came. From there we started. Today what we have? You know what is this called? Smartphone. Oh, not smartphone, Mataji, Prabhuji. Krishna, when he was in Vrindavan, what he faced? Demons. What demons name? Bakasura, Agasura, this is Gantasura. What is this? Gantasura. If this is there, you don't need husband. If this is there, you don't need children. If this is there, you don't need wife. This is there, you don't need nobody. You don't need work also actually. And Kali Yuga is such, Prabhuji Mataji, still they say total duration of Kali Yuga is 4,32,000 years in Srimad Bhagavatam. Till now we have only crossed 5,000. And what has happened in this 5,000? Corona came, all of us became like zoo animals. in the zoo, and from outside the birds and all say, "Ta na 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 na." Now you are animal, we are the free humans kind of soul. Ta na na na. Remember those 2 years, right? And then what those 2 years did in Corona? Gadgetasuras became prevalent. Kid, wife, husband, parents, everybody got infected. Kalyuga, the glide is so fast, Prabhuji Mataji, you won't even realize you fall down how fast it will happen. And still 4,32,000 total. It is said that the earth resources will all be vanish, man will eat man. We'll all be cannibals. Of course, Lord Kalki will come and kill everybody, that is a different story. But as we see now, in Star Trek, in our childhood, it happens fox picking. And this mobile was there. We used to think wireless, without wire, how they are talking. And it happened. Na? Now tomorrow, again, this cannibalism will come. Like we have those, what do you call that, zombies in the movies, right? So what? Human being is smart. All the destructive things that they show in the movie, it's a reflection of future times also. So we will become zombies. Because we are just exploiting planet Earth's resources left, right, center. This shirt, this pant, this chashma, this everything is Lord's energy. And we are misusing it. So it has to go down. So what is the mantra here? Jaldi se jaldi yahan se nikal jaye. If you try to fix the toilet for drawing room, can you fix it? Toilet is toilet. Drawing room is drawing room. And as it is said, this world is not for gentlemen. Hence all of us have suffered. Bad people don't suffer, they enjoy. Good people suffer. And this world is not meant for gentlemen. Why? Because like toilet, the shit will keep coming. You cannot keep cleaning and try to think it's a sofa we can put there. Let me ask you another question, favorite one. Mataji se nahi pucha main. Maybe Mataji, I'll ask you. Your good name?
Pallavi.
Pallavi Mataji. Okay. Suppose, Bhagwan na kare. Suppose you are in prison and you have been given the ground floor and the second floor option. In ground floor no AC, in first floor AC. Which one you will choose?
First floor, if rest everything is safe.
That was a trick question. Mataji, you are in prison. Pay amount of prison.
And I know, but that is not the option.
Exactly, because mind didn't think that. That is the problem. AC वाला prison house में घुसूं करेगा, नीचे वाले में तो गर्मी होगी. I said it's a trick question. See, that is our mind problem, right? We are so tunnel vision, so frog in the well kind of a mindset we have, Prabhuji Mataji, that we cannot think beyond. We cannot think beyond. And in that, and this world is a prison house. There is something beyond this world which we have to understand. Has anybody, any couple in the world, proven otherwise that they have been happy couple by end of their life? शादी करते वक्त जरूर सोचे थे मैं तो एक अलग हस्बैंड साबित होऊंगा, सारी दुनिया की बदल के रख दूंगा. अब हुआ क्या? एंड में हस्बैंड एक रूम में, वाइफ एक रूम में, बुढ़ापे में. मैं तो कभी दादा दादी को साथ में देखा नहीं, हंसते बोलते, ना नाना नहीं को देखा. I also did this mistake, thinking कि I don't know why these couples don't talk यार. What's wrong with them? I will change it. पर शादी के 2 साल बाद ही समझ में आ गया कि nothing will happen. Actually, the downfall is faster. So the point is, this is useless to fix things in this world. We have to keep Krishna in center. If you keep wife in center, husband in center, kid in center, it is temporary in nature. बच्चे की भी शादी हो जाएगी. वो भी like Master Prabhuji, your priorities change. It's natural. Priority, but we are in this fixated mindset that मेरे साथ नहीं होगा. I will be safe. Maybe you could be, but health issues आ सकते हैं, right? Relationship issues आ सकते हैं, नौकरी जा सकती है, कुछ भी हो सकता है. Nothing is permanent here. Then why to get stuck with that prison house AC and non-AC thing? Sorry, I know you didn't mean that way, but yeah. See, attitude of comparison. Even at the God level, some comparison. So, you know, Ramji, when the Ram Setu was getting built, there was a squirrel who wanted to contribute also. So ये छोटे-छोटे हैं ना पत्थर लेकर के saying Ram and throwing. Then Hanuman ji was taking these big boulders. Then squirrel was in between. Then Hanuman ji said, "Move away." What are you doing? I'm saying, I am building Setu for Ramji. Code for performance. Non-performer, get out from here. I have to do serious job here. Please don't joke. So actually, but when Ramji was saying from how he instructed Hanuman that both of you are doing the best to serve me, hence it is considered of equal value. There is always something called in material eyes bigger and smaller, Prabhuji Mataji, but in front of Lord's eye, all of us are equal. So it is the famous saying goes in India that he took the squirrel up और प्यार से ऐसे सहलाए और squirrel के पीछे 3 लकीर बन गए. That is Lord Ram's blessing. आप यूएस जाए गए हो, वहाँ के स्क्विरल्स को देखे हो? मैंने देखा है. वो बड़े चूहे की तरह लगते हैं, खरगोश की तरह. They are like brown. They don't have lakeers. Here only in India you have squirrels with lakeer. Prabhuji, anything you can do. Those are like mythological stories. There is another problem. I hear in TV and all they talk about the Ramayana and all, but they add mythological, means myth, means jhoot. That is so bad. One side we are saying Lord Ram, and then we say mythological, because they have not got the gyan of Shastras. It's not their problem, because our education system is so rotted that in there only we say Mahabharata myth, Ramayana myth. We see Ram Setu out there, we see Dwarika is sunk. That's a different story. Nobody wants to go and do more research on that because of political reasons. There's a proof after proof. There are so many temples, so many pastimes of Ramji, Krishna, every, but we still don't want to speak because of political reasons. That's a sad state of affairs. So moral of the story is we should put our best effort and never be proud of our service. If you have done some service, you should always thank Lord, not yourself that you have done it. Right? That is the key. Alright. Our talent and ability, big or small, Lord sees with equal vision, that we discussed. So Lord is the most pleased with love and care we show for Him and each other. So भगवान खाने के नहीं भूखे हैं कि आप पूरी लेके आए, आप तो खाली what is that? You brought one apple and Mataji brought puri kheer. So Bhagwan will look at Mataji first and you are apple. No. If she has brought with just a dry purpose and you have brought with love and care, who Lord will look? But in material world, in company, what boss will look? More outcome there, business. So she should be given more salary. You are like Apple guy, right? Go to Apple only, like something like that, right? So spiritual world and material world, they are opposite in nature. Material world is a perverted reflection of spiritual world. Here also relationships are there. There also relationship is there. Here also Sakhai friendship is there. There also friendship is there. Everything what you see here is there, but in pure form. Here you see in perverted form. Hence, this is the best relationship, Prabhuji Mataji, is the love between mother and child. Right? That is the most sacrificed relationship. Have you seen mother demanding from child anything? तो लगातार वो पॉटी कर रहा है, वो खाना डिमांड कर रहा है, सब कुछ कर रहा है. माँ जग जग के रात को she is serving the child. How and why? That is still at material level. Imagine the love for God then. That is like, I don't know, I can't add 100 million X and all that, but it's like infinity, that love of God. Hence, whoever gets that taste of love of God, उनके लिए burger, pizza, ये सब व्यर्थ हो जाते हैं. You will say, Prabhuji, how come you are chanting so much? How come you are not eating onion garlic? How come you left tea, coffee? How come you left non-veg? Arey, I didn't leave because I am like, I am crying and living because I got higher taste. Right? वो taste भगवान का है. और जब वो मिल गया तो ये सब चीजें क्षणिक भंगुर हैं. These are like nothing. If you are having rasgulla, will you like chili? Exactly. But if you have eaten chili only entire life, then chili you think like is a staple food. But you come to know about rasgulla, then you like, sweet. Never realize that chili will straight away throw away, isn't it? Something like that is bhakti versus material attachment. Clear to now? Same page? आगे बढ़ते हैं. Alright. So attitude of comparison is perform one's duty, don't develop superiority or inferiority complex, have reality complex, if there is a word for that. Don't have unrealistic ambitions. Try your best and be satisfied with whatever result is achieved. Santosh. Right? Of course we have to progress in life. We have to have our bread and butter. Leave everything and do Krishna Krishna. We are family members, we are congregational devotees. Control that. You have to see that what is need versus greed. It is meant for satisfaction of mind. Alright. Last cause of suffering is मेरे साथ क्यों? Why me? Remember those examples? Why my parents passed away so early in my life? Why my friend ditched me? I had done everything possible, to be honest. Why I got this job where I am not getting enough salary when I was due to get that salary? Why me? Why I got such an in-law? I am trying to build a beautiful relation with her, but she is somehow thinking that daughter-in-laws are only meant for having a pariah relation. Why me? Why I see other people are getting so much blessings? Why not me? Why I got cancer? I didn't do any wrong to anybody. Why me? Right? Why? So many questions come, isn't it? Why? Alright, so time for another shloka, Prabhuji Mataji. So I will, interest of time, I will go through. It says, Bhayato Vishyan Pumsa Sangas Teju Vajayate Sangat Sanjayate Kama Kama Krodho Abhijayate. While contemplating the objects of the senses, a person develops attachment for them, and from such attachment develops lust, and from lust develops anger. Bhagavad Gita chapter 2 shloka number 62. Very, very important point, Prabhuji Mataji. We will try to, of course we are engineers. So let's make a flow chart out of it. अब समझ में आएगा. I got the logic now, Prabhuji, like this, correct. So flow chart out of it. Let's see. So we have sense objects, right? Now sense object, what it contemplates for pizza, ice cream, some nice girl or beautiful car. ये सब है, right? All these desires are there. Some are lusty desires, some are very sense-oriented desires. So what we do, we contemplate on it. How will I get it? We contemplate. Then with what comes? Attachment comes. And when you don't get it, or even if you get it, that attachment increases more. If you don't get it, it converts into lust, right? And your lust is unfulfilled. Raudra roop, gussa. मेरे साथ ऐसा क्यों हो रहा है? Why me? And it doesn't stop there, Prabhuji Mataji. Let's go further. Another reference to shloka, then we'll go to flowchart. So it says, Krodha bhavati sammoha sammoha smriti vibrama smriti bhramsa buddhinasho बुद्धि नाशात प्रणश्यति. कृष्णा ने कितने सुंदर तरीके से हर चीज का वर्णन कर दिया. So briefly he has said, from arises and from delusion, bewilderment of memory, from memory is bewildered, intelligence is lost, and when intelligence is lost, one falls again to the material pool. Bhagavad Gita chapter 2 shloka number 63. So now in previous flowchart you developed anger, right? Anger say you get puzzled. How many of you get angry? Raise hand. Of course, everybody gets angry. And when you get angry, you are in your most logical self. What happens when you get angry? Some examples, Mataji. What do you do when you get angry? Shout. Scream. Prabhuji. Talk to yourself. We can talk offline. I would like to learn that. Okay? And of course, Prabhuji's little gali-wali is also sometimes on, right?
Basically out of control.
Sometimes out of control. Sometimes, which car you have? Prabhuji? 3 family.
I-10.
I-10, right? New car bought yesterday, one scratch comes on the road. Then you come out and go to that Danvat Pranam. Thank you so much. You have done wonders. You have told me how to control my senses. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Do you do that? So many times you have faced in Bangalore, isn't it? So anger leads to bewilderment. Then it leads to loss of intelligence. That means no control on mind. And then insanity comes. And insanity, Prabhuji Mataji, that's why I am saying those many crimes which happens is the result of this. Why? Because at the base level, if you go and see, sense object attachment, it started there. हर क्रिमिनल का रिकॉर्ड देखेंगे तो पास्ट में जाके कहीं जब वो बच्चा होगा at sensitive age he was not treated properly, the society didn't serve him well or her, and he or she became what he became, that is robbery, rape, suicide or whatever. but immediately we point to that person, easy target, right? Because that object we can see. But what led to that, we don't know. These internet thing where all these negative information comes. So many videos are flowing out here. In our childhood, we didn't have all those kind of stuff. A security guard sits near the apartment, he is on mobile. A auto rickshaw driver is sitting on auto rickshaw, he is on mobile. Right? You watch on the road, morning time, evening time, everybody is watching mobile. If somebody from 20 years back come to back to this world and he will say, what has happened to this world? What is this box they are watching continuously? Why they are not talking to each other in bus, yeah? Why is the social thing? What is social gathering? What is wrong? People used to come in drawing room and chit chat with each other. What has happened now? Macha, I am on Zoom, I am on Teams, I am on that. This world is going downward, down spiral. And that mobile, what they see, you don't know. Dark web. I don't want to go further. Are we fixing those things, Prabhuji Mataji? No. We are only trying to give punishment to that individual who has committed the crime. Interesting. Sense object control is missing. Another shloka, quickly. So point is, Prabhuji Mataji, there is no happiness and peace without Krishna consciousness. Repeat after me. Nasti buddhir ayuktasya nacha yuktasya bhavana nacha bhavayaktat asantasya. One who is not connected with Supreme Krishna consciousness have neither transcendental intelligence nor a without which there is no possibility of peace. How can there be any happiness without peace? So the point and bottom line is, Prabhuji Mataji, whatever investment we are doing will not bring you peace till you have Lord in the center, because He is the permanent one. Rest is all temporary in nature. Hence so much pain all of us see. Have you seen a devotee who is pure, not somebody who is wearing, what is that? Tulsi mala, and who is actually pure? He is Sthita Pragya. Neither happiness makes him more elated, nor sadness makes him sad. He is calm. How? Because he knows that this is all temporary in nature. Ultimate goal is Lord Krishna and Krishna's blessing. Alright. So in order to train your mind, we have to use intelligence, and for that what we have to do? Why not complex mantras, which we did in Satyuga, Treta Yuga and Dwapar Yuga? Why Hare Krishna mantra? Repeating so many times. Correct. Because of mercy of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is none other than Krishna, he knows very clearly that in Kali Yuga we are so foolish, so murahs, we can't even remember one word after 6 months. Right? So he has made it so simple for us just to chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra, which is Harer Nam, Harer Namaiva Kevalam, Kalau Nasteva Nasti Gatir Anyatha. In this age of Kali Yuga, he is stressing 3 times, just chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra. क्योंकि हम लोग तो बुद्ध मंद बुद्धि हैं, एक बार में तो समझ में नहीं आता है. Again he says, chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra. For God's sake, chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra. That is the only way by which you can get out of this cycle of birth and death. Let me ask you a tough question. Do you want to take birth from the womb of another mother the next birth? हाँ? माँ को जी? हाँ? माँ को दुख होगा. Anybody wants to take birth again from, wants to go through exams? Bechara. IIT, pain, body, and there is no guarantee what form you will get. Pig, cockroach, amoeba, yeast, bacteria, worm in the stool. There are 84 lakh species, Mataji, Prabhuji, right? So what is the option? You are lucky, all of us, that we have got this human form of life. Abhi ke abhi nikalna hai. No, Prabhuji, I am like, Prabhuji, I am like 30 years I have never been in Krishna consciousness. I don't think this year I can do, Prabhuji. This life, maybe next life, Prabhuji. Right now I am just have prasadam and go. मतलब इतना कुछ बोला, इतना कुछ कहा. They मिला जुला के again, this body is Prabhuji great. I love this body. I want to serve this body. Let me go back, and then I'll keep polishing myself to see that how can I be young. There is one video which circulates in the internet. But one person spends $1 million to keep himself young. Some CEO is there, right? Something I have seen that. And I don't know what is the purpose, but he is trying to make a Frankenstein of his body, okay, trying to keep his young. So, again, 5 minutes over. So, quickly I'll go through this and then we'll finish. Sorry. So, yes. And then when chanting, reading, hearing Krishna leads to transcendental intelligence, which leads to steady mind. Then comes peace, मन की शांति जो आप ढूंढ रहे हैं. And then comes happiness. As simple as that. Here you go therapy, they will charge you 20,000 rupees per session. Here what you have to do? You have to just chant. And your wish. On your own pace, how you want to do? Your call. No jabardasti, no push, no agendas. Right? मैं भी जब आया था ना यहाँ पे कृष्णा कॉन्शियस में प्रभु जी, तो मुझे ये डर लगा था कि एजेंडा है क्या, डाल देंगे, बोल देंगे ये करो वो करो. कुछ नहीं. हो गए 15 साल, कुछ नहीं, अपने पेस पे चल रहा है, कोई दिक्कत नहीं. It's a relationship between you and God, right? Who are we to push? It's okay. Hare Krishna. So we will stop here. There are lots more, but in the interest of time, but I think let me see. Yeah. So I will quickly summarize. So summary wise, what we have to do: perform one's duty to best of our ability. Don't develop superiority to inferiority complex. Don't have unrealistic ambitions. Be satisfied with whatever results we have achieved. Duty is meant for satisfaction of mind, not to prove anything to this world. We can protect from suffering, which we said in the beginning, by chanting, regular reading of Srila Prabhupada's book, that is Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam, Chaitanya, the small books of Srila Prabhupada. In case you are not an avid reader, छोटे books आप पढ़ सकते हो. And then hearing about Krishna in the association of devotees. A, B, C, D, association of devotees. B is book reading. C is chanting, and D is diet prasadam, not prasadam. Prasadam में प्रभु जी भर के खाएंगे, उससे पूछ रहा हूँ भगवान को awkward है, balance. Because body can only tolerate that much. Weight reduction program भी देखना है. Why? Not for body, so that we can serve the Lord better. है ना? If we are heavy, then how will serve? How will climb hills to go and do darshan of Lord? You know, all Narsinga temples in Ahavalam, you have in Devnayan, Durga, you have nearby. All तो फिट भी रहना जरूरी, तो प्रसादम भी अच्छे से लिमिटेड तरीके से अच्छे से खाना है. हरे कृष्णा. So with that I would like to conclude. So I think we are good. So Rishabh Prabhuji, time for question or yeah. So comment, tippani, question, feedback. I am open to all. And before you ask, first and foremost, I beg forgiveness from all of you if I said anything untowards which you didn't like. I am very, very sorry about it. Only I am doing thing here is, Prabhupada has told that anybody can preach. If you are aligned to the philosophy of Bhagavad Gita with the mercy of Guru. Anybody, any of you can preach, by the way. It's not a special guy here speaking like a celebrity, right? Only thing is that. So, because he has said that speak like a parrot, but speak what is coming in Parampara. That is what we are trying to do. Else, please, I beg forgiveness. Thank you so much. So, any questions? If I am able to answer, I'll answer. Please go ahead. And tell your name also, because I like knowing people.
Hare Krishna.
Yes,
My name is Ashish.
yes, Ashish.
My question is like, is there any difference between Krishna and Krishna? Like somewhere I have seen that Krishna is Lord Draupadi and Krishna is Krishna.
Very true and very good question and correct. Good engineer by nature. So yes, Prabhuji. So sometimes what we do is when we are chanting, we say Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. So Krishna is not the right way to say. We should say Krishna. Right? Krishna is representing Draupadi. You are right. And Krishna is Lord Krishna, all attractive. So we should not say Krishna. We should say Krishna. Right? I mean, but again, in the beginning when we are starting, Lord sees bhava. Technicalities come later. But mood में अगर वो आदत है, it's okay. Don't be like हरे कृष्ण, हरे कृष्ण. उसमें आप भाव ही चला गया आपका, आप बड़े वो हो गए, मतलब क्या होता है, कर्म फोकस्ड हो गए. But you are right, that's the answer. Thank you. Good question. Mataji said yes, Mataji. Your good name?
Akshita.
Akshita Mataji. Yes.
So this question that we
we spoke about reincarnation.
Yes.
My question is, we have these four and people have like alag different unis, different birth. What is the point of all this? Like, why do we have all this? कुछ तो होगा गीता में इसके बारे में.
Yes, yes. So when you say Karma Yoga, Jnana Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, right? There are different yogas, Ashtanga Yoga, yoga. So why so many? Why not just Bhakti Yoga? That's your question.
No. So I'm asking, like, we have Satyug, Dwapar Yug, Kalyug. जैसे ये सब
Yuga, you're saying, not yoga.
Yug. So why we have all of these yug? People are being born, then they die, then there is reincarnation. We have 84 lakh yonis. We keep taking birth until and unless we like break the cycle and move. What is the point of all this? Why like being born and why the
Yeah.
whole cycle?
You are
Like, I don't know if there's any, like I just wanted to know if there's anything mentioned about this in Shiva.
I'm ready to answer, but all of you are ready to stay till 6 o'clock morning. This question is a session in itself. But I'll try to make it short, Mataji, but we can take offline also. So see, there are two ways to answer this question. See, one is obviously, I'll give you this analogy. In your office, when you're working, there's a boss, right? And you want a boss who is a controller and a micromanager, or a boss who gives you freedom to work.
Second.
Inert nature our is that way, to have freedom. कोई मुझे पकड़े नहीं, बच्चे को भी अगर आप पकड़ के ऐसे टाइट रखोगे, even though you are right, still he will like it. In a secured boundary, you want to still give freedom, right? So what happens, Mataji, is that all of us have free will, our own desire. While Krishna is there, but sometimes when we are serving Krishna, थोड़ा सा इनक्लिंग सा भी अगर थॉट आता है कि ये एक फ्रैक्शन ऑफ सेकंड की जो मजा है ये मेरे को थोड़ा सा कैसा लगेगा. The moment you think that way, there is a fall down. It's not called fall down. It's like a process. We think it's a fall down because we are not pure. So Krishna gives us the environment in which we have to become pure. There is a gradual process in which, say for example, बच्चे अगर कुछ गलत कर देते तो आप उनको punishment देते हो तो उसका आप revenge नहीं ले रहे हो, आप बच्चे के अच्छाई के लिए कर रहे हो. And so this Satyuga, Dwapar Yuga, Kali Yuga, there are so many souls who want to enjoy themselves because of free will. So in the cycle of birth, that they come automatically, right? And because they have free will, and as you rightly said, Krishna knows everything, he could have controlled it. But that means he is becoming like Ravana, the Hiranyakashipu. They can be also right in their own terms and say, I am the controller. I want to control, and this is how it should be done. And that's where mercy of Krishna comes, which is hard to explain. Sometimes we think that, prabhuji, ये कर क्यों रहे हैं? इससे तो मतलब output तो ठीक नहीं आ रहा है ना? But he is so merciful, he is so munificent, he is so magnificent that उनकी mercy अनंत है. Right? Even if I think little also कि मुझे थोड़ा सा अपना चाहिए, then he gives you that. But consequence के लिए कृष्णा जिम्मेदार नहीं. Right? Desire है आपका, उसके लिए आपको प्लेटफॉर्म दे देंगे, ये प्रिजन हाउस दे देंगे, लेकिन consequence आपकी जिम्मेदारी. Right? तो बच्चे को आप एक लिमिट तक कर सकते हैं, लेकिन अगर वो बड़ा हो गया है, कॉलेज में चला गया, तो उसकी जिम्मेदारी है. You cannot keep controlling him. Krishna will tell different. So that is that. So that's where cycle of. And now another way to tell is this question I also had when I had joined Krishna consciousness. The point is when हम जब खुद डूब रहे हैं, जब हम डूब रहे हैं तो probably what we do? Oh, what is the composition of this water? H2O, hydrogen plus oxygen. Okay, 2 molecules of hydrogen, 1 molecule of oxygen. And oh, wonderful. Is this sweet? No. Should I drown in this or should I? Do you say like that? You are asking for help. Help me. Somebody. हम लोग डूब रहे हैं माता जी. ये सब वापस जब कृष्ण चले जाएंगे तो पूछ सकते हैं. सबसे पहले अपने आप को बचाएं. Right? So sometimes asking good questions is good, but it should not get as an excuse not to think, because our mind is very limited in nature to understand these complex. Question is very beautiful, but to understand that you have to read Shastras. That's why I said session till 6 o'clock morning. Srimad Bhagavatam explains everything, Mataji, what you have asked, right? That why it is this way and all. But we don't read Shastras. We want to have a very YouTube video, meme knowledge. So, उतना ही output भी आएगा. So that is my humble suggestion, Mataji. But very good. Thank you so much. So we'll stop here, Prabhuji, interest of time. If any other questions are there, I'll be on staircase during prasadam, we can discuss. So with that we'll conclude, and thank you so much for wonderful hearing. You have been a fantastic audience. Very, I didn't see anybody yawning, which motivated me to take a little more 10 minutes. Thank you so much. I didn't see anybody sleeping, which was good. Usually I would have slept if I come early in my Krishna consciousness. So thank you. So Vanchakalpatarubhyascha कृपा सिंधुभ्यश्च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। अनंत कोटि वैष्णववृंद की जय। श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। निताई गौर प्रेमानंदे। हरि 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 बोल। हरे कृष्ण।